Oh, wow. Was killed in an attempt to break their vows by Lord Commander Sandor Clegane. So the Hound is a knight. First of all, that's hilarious. Second of all, he's the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard for Stannis. Okay, so I'm thinking the smartest thing for us to do going forward, for Robb anyways, is for us to make a marriage alliance that brings some congenital traits into the picture. And Lyanna Mormont is 9 years old, and she is strong. I think that's probably the best sort of, without making an alliance, but that's kind of the best situation we're going to get. She's young enough that she'll have many, many years of childbearing. We'll be able to, like, have the full width of her childbearing years. And it gives Robb some time to finish his wars before he actually gets married. And then his wife is just sitting in court with the opportunity to cheat on him or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm thinking along those lines. I know we need to finish this war beyond the wall. We need to take care of Mance Rayder. And because if Mance conquers the wall, his next stop is the north. And I think Robb would recognize that. Plus, Jon Snow is at the wall. And I still believe in Robb's heart that Jon was very close to him, and that he would have done everything he possibly could to reach out and connect with what's going on at the wall. And then we need to figure out exactly what's going on down here in the south. I'm not super worried about it at the time, or at least for the time being, but I will say the biggest thing that I've noticed is that Stannis fighting his war against Dany and Aegon makes things a lot more interesting, because the Iron Throne could potentially be under a lot of scrutiny and a big time struggle in the near future. Dany's still only 15. I mean, this was a clash of kings, and how quickly she turned it around, and I mean, spent zero time. I mean, no time at all over in wow. So she has one castle, Sunrise Gate, there in Penthos. I mean, her decision making, she spent no time over in Slaver's Bay at all. I mean, she just ignored it and did what Dany should have, and just came right over to the west. She's using Illyrio's resources to be able to invade the Iron Throne, and I think that's how it should have gone. So maybe she will win the war, and she'll be able to unify the Iron Throne again. I don't know. I don't know if we would bend the knee to her or not. I don't know that Robb was necessarily intentional about it being the king in the north, so much as he was about seeking revenge for his father. So the Reach is currently fighting a war for their independence. Dorne is just kind of doing their thing down here. I don't think that they're... I think they probably are just chilling. They're not going to get involved with anything. They're going to let Stannis kind of play things out. And they may support Dany. Who knows? Naturally, I think Tyrion is grateful for his position. So I don't think that he's going to declare independence or anything from the Iron Throne. I think he's going to help Stannis at least as much as he can, much as he's able. There's a couple of other independence wars going on for Stannis, and we're not worried about that at all. We're just going to let Stannis do what he does, and we'll focus on us and the North. Now, I do want to say, probably the biggest opportunity that we have right now is going to be moving our armies in the right direction. We're currently in the south part of the North, if that makes any sense, and we need to get them up here. The problem is going to be attrition, naturally, but Organizer kind of helps against that in some cases, and to some extent. I don't think that it's going to be entirely effective in terms of, completely fixing everything, but it will help, that's for sure. We are actually going to lead this army right here, and then, there we go. And then we're also going to take this army up to where Mance is at. So we're going to have one army travel directly to Castle Black to provide support to the Night's Watch, and then we're going to have a second group of men basically stretch out over and begin to take out Mance. I think that that's probably the best call. My only fear is that we'll lose a bunch of men to attrition, and then our forces in the north will take a while to recover, and during that time we'll be vulnerable to an invasion from the south. So I do want to end this as quickly as we can, and perhaps capture Mance would be the biggest contribution I think that we could make. And currently he's leading the army right here at the wall. So that is the plan going forward. We're gonna, like I said, marry Lyanna Mormont. It's the best thing we can do. One thing that I did not do is auto stop plots, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. That way I don't have to worry about imprisoning any of my vassals. And then we also need to sort out this prisoner situation, because I have a lot of prisoners that I really don't need. Ooh, we can get 70 gold from that guy, 145 gold from that guy, and then we can probably just release these guys. That's fine. That'll give us a little bit of gold to kind of pad our wealth a little bit and make up for the fact that we're currently like not getting anything from Winterfell at the moment. The other part of this, I can disband this small unit right here. Don't need it for the time being. And I think we're good. I think we're good to go ahead and advance. I have a couple of special minor titles I can dish out. I think we're gonna make Brendan Tully the captain of our household guard. That just makes the most sense. Keeper of the Swans can be Roderick Griswell. Master of the Hunt, Howland Reed. Just trying to give these guys a little bit more reason to support me. Cupbearer. Why'd it have to be any of my vassals? That's weird. Mathos D. And then commander can be... Do we have another organizer in the house? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So it'll just be Roderick Cassell. And I think that that's good. Okay. So, with all of that done, let's go ahead and begin the advancement of time. Yes, I will reappoint the old council. That just makes the most sense. Good. Lyanna's good. Ransoms are coming in. 270 gold's a pretty good nest egg. We need a pick an ambition now. Ooh, obtain Valyrian steel. Fall in love. We gain 1 diplomacy if we fall in love. Let's do that. We'd always use a little bit of diplomacy, especially after that, you know, or with the hit that we took with dishonorable. Oh, the other side, speaking of dishonorable acts, we need to figure out how to get Sansa back. So, Lady Sansa, 13 years old, technically somewhat of a prisoner. We need to arrange a betrothal and bring her back this direction. I think probably the best option for her You know what, let me invite a courtier that is going to be kind of our best option. Oh, look, Mance already sieged down the wall, or sieged down Castle Black. That's crazy. His war score just shot up. Yeah, we definitely need to provide support to the north. Let me look through which courtiers I can invite to court, and then get the best match in terms of like congenital traits, blah blah blah, for Lady Sansa, so I can matrilineally marry her to somebody. Give me just a second. Okay, this is crazy. So I guess Varys was banished, or just like fled to Lys after. But I can invite him to court. Isn't that crazy? I can invite Varys to our court. That would be awesome. I mean, talk about the best spy master ever. And then let's look up. Nope, nobody's quick. He was the only genius. Marwyn Belmore, 57 years old for strong. Not really what we're going for. What about Giants? Darkholm, Westerosi Valyrian, 32 years old. He's a knight. Daemon Darkholm. You know, not the worst character, to be honest with you. Holds claims on Stone Keep, so that may be, you know, something that we can look for. Oh, is he married? He's not married. Good. I didn't think he was, but he's not. Okay, so all that's good. So we have Varys and Daemon Darkholm coming to court. As soon as they arrive, we will do what we can. There's Varys and there's Daemon. Okay. Now we can begin the process of arranging a matrilineal betrothal. Ooh, he's got a base reluctance of 3, but his opinion of me is 2. So that's the only thing preventing it right now. $88 gold for a 42 increase. Let's do that. So his opinion of me is still negative 22, but maybe that kind of tipped him over the edge here. Let's see. Perfect. But if it's matrilineal, would she come to court? I don't think so. I think it has to be a regular marriage in order for her to come to my court. As much as I don't like that, maybe we'll have to get rid of Daemon Darkholm along the way. But I think that's going to be the only way to ensure the safe return of our young sister. So, Lord Rickon of the North already has Rowdy, so we have him focusing to get the duty trait. That would be nice. Lady Arya is betrothed to Herald of the Vale. That'll be good. Brandon needs a betrothal, but also has Rowdy. That's interesting. So he could actually turn out pretty well. And then Rickon is still in the malleable stages. Okay, but also needs a marriage alliance of sorts. So I think we can add. Yeah, we can add a bodyguard. We can add Daemon Darkholm to our bodyguard list. We should be in good shape now to continue to move forward. There we go. So as soon as we turn over the clock, basically, because I think all their birthdays are January 1, we'll be able to have her in our court. And Stannis shouldn't be able to, like, steal her away or anything. Okay, so this army will definitely begin the siege down process and gain Castle Black back. I'm not gonna wait past. Oh wow, we're not able to assault a siege or assault a holding with a fort level of 10 or above. So Castle Black, we're kind of hosed. 6% every 12 days. Goodness, that stinks. Maybe if I put a siege leader in place. Oliver Frey currently enjoys command at your armies, when someone of higher status would clearly be more appropriate. Okay, so Hagen of King House, that's fine. I want you to like me anyways. It's always hard to make the Skagosi like you. They have the different religion, the different culture, all of that. Wow. Your Grace, we have word from the Battle of Shoreham that your uncle, Lord Paramount Edmure Tully, has fallen. He is alive, but is now apparently comatose and incapable of waking up. Wow. What's hilarious is that we're Edmure's heir, and his wife is not pregnant. So unless they do something, you know, pretty weird, there's not much of a chance of Edmure producing any heirs. It's kind of crazy. So Lord Ambrose of House Butterwell is asking that we ask Edmure to stand down, which we might as well. It doesn't really matter if Edmure likes us because he's comatose in bed. We can have him arrested, a 50% chance he evades imprisonment. I will choose who will receive the claim on the Trident, or brand him a traitor. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll brand him a traitor. As much as I think Robb would, like, I don't know, maybe be a little bit more merciful on his uncle. We did see in the series Robb take a pretty big stand against his uncle, in spite of the fact that Edmure had a pretty good point to make regarding Robb's actions and Robb's anger against Edmure for, I mean, no apparent reason. Oh, Wyman Manderly has been arrested. How much would it be to, why are we not able to ransom him? I guess his court has to ransom him. Okay, so we won that battle. We've sieged back Castle Black. And look, it looks like they've already sieged it all the way down. Oh, the White Walkers have. Yikes. So there's nothing we can do here. You know, winter is coming. There's the end of the war. So let's get the crap out of the north. Or beyond the wall anyways. Let's get the heck beat out of there. Lady Arya gains 2 diplomacy. Good for her. She's going to turn out to be bomb, I'm telling you. She's going to be such a good character. Look, Lord Jaor of the Night's Watch has won. And look, they didn't imprison him or anything. He just kind of chilling right there. They're immediately they're starting to hold melees. You know, I had a playthrough once where I was enemy presence in our homeland. Who's an enemy in our homeland? I don't see any enemy armies. I had a playthrough as Robb once, where I did all this stuff, finished the war, everything was perfect, stayed independent, went to a melee, and all of a sudden got stricken incapable, just like Edmure. Where's the enemy presence in our homeland? Is it that guy? Is it that guy? There are no red armies whatsoever. Let's just give it a little bit of time. A couple days. Like, there's the marriage proposal, except Sansa Stark is back at our court. So that's another one of our, wow. The White Walkers. I get the feeling we're going to have to deal with that war before we're able to do anything of our own now. Good. This guy is currently fighting a war. I'm going to wait to do anything. Arya Stark lacks a childhood focus, so she is currently conscientious, but she has all these great fighting traits, and her martial is ridiculous. So, martial education it is. Conscientious is going to be really good because it'll turn into, you know, diligent, honorable, temperate, you know, the things that you want in your family members. Let's see, who do I need to like me? Who's going to be the biggest asset going forward in terms of the most men? Honestly, the correct answer is Edmure, but Rickard Castark is fine. Spymaster, Varys, naturally. That just kind of goes without saying. And unfortunately for Wyman Manderly, did he make it out of prison? No, he did not. I wonder if I can ransom him. Nope. Demand return of Valyrian steel. So we can go ahead and do this. And what is Tyrion currently able to raise up in terms of manpower? 16,000. We currently have about the same. If I give it time, we'll naturally outnumber him. And he's currently fighting Stannis. Stannis is still fighting Dany. 60% war score in favor of Dany. I think Dany would turn around and begin to subjugate all of these. It looks like the Reach won their war for independence. Marjorie's married to Willem Lannister. Oh, wow. Was killed in an attempt to break their vows by Lord Commander Sandor Clegane. So the Hound is a knight. First of all, that's hilarious. Second of all, he's the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard for Stannis. Although currently he's independent. That's hilarious. You know, some of the stuff in this mod just makes you laugh. And there's no way around it. Okay. I think the best thing that we can do is demand the return of Valyrian steel for the time being, because we are going to have the war in the north to figure out soon. Valyrian steel that is justly property of House Stark is currently in the Westerlands. A demand can be sent for its return under the threat of war. Lord Tyrion's opinion of King Robb changes by -15. A message is sent to Lord Paramount Tyrion demanding the return of Valyrian steel, threatening war if it is not done. So, under the threat of war, we are attempting to get back ice from Tyrion. Let us see what happens. Wow, we will not cave into these naked threats. The Valyrian steel, which you say... Wow. Will remain in the Westerlands. Fine. I can lose 150 prestige, or I can call the banners, which is what we're going to do. They will honor their obligations, I'm sure. So war, yet again.